I'm David.
Hi, I'm George.
We're here for the maiden voyage of Incline Voice Radio, making radio history.
We will be sharing some stories and talking to volunteers. Sit back and enjoy the show.
And here's our first song by Fred Corona called A Kind Voice. That was Fred Corona singing A Kind Voice. And the part of the song I really like is I can be a kind voice to you, and maybe you can be a kind voice to me. And today we have many of our kind voices with us to share what they see in the program and why they've become volunteers. And let's start with my partner, George. George, can you tell me a little bit about why you become a volunteer?
Yes. I became a volunteer because I had this same idea, actually. You and I talked about it about 2 years ago, starting something similar to this. And I've been a volunteer all my life. I volunteer, and actually I'm a counselor, and I volunteer counseling inner-city kids, mentoring them. And I did a lot of missions trips with my church. And I've just been volunteering my whole life. And I think this is a great idea, and I got to share it with you. I was very excited and ecstatic to see that that you actually put this into work and that it's actually up and running. So many people need this. They really do. So that's why I became a kind voice, so I can really talk to people and help them through anything that they're going through. And actually, one thing is it's beneficial to me too. I think every Kind Voice listener will probably say the same thing, that it's also beneficial to us because we get to talk and we get some things from some people that we're talking to.
Yeah, sharing's a beautiful thing. And in our next song by Bruce Bramall, one of his points is when we reach out to somebody else, we both receive. And I'm going to share Bruce's song right now.
Hi, this is Bruce Bramall. I wrote my song, The Alchemy of Kindness, after I became familiar with the organization called A Kind Voice. A Kind Voice is a community of volunteers that provide the opportunity for conversation on a variety of topics. The title is one of their slogans, and the phrase really hits home with me. I hope that you'll enjoy my song, and whether you may be a caller or a future volunteer, I hope you'll take the time to find out more about the wonderful folks at A Kind Voice. The alchemy of kindness is one that we believe. When we reach out to each other, we both receive. We're always here for you. We're right beside the phone. When kind voices come together, it seems we're never alone. So if you're reaching out, we're reaching too. Pick up the phone, that's all you have to do. Call us now if you need a kind voice. If you need a kind voice. If you got some good news you heard the other day, maybe you read a good book you finished yesterday. How was that new movie you finally went to see? Is your favorite sports team as good as they should be? If you're feeling down and lonely, a friendly voice is just a call away. Call us now if you need a kind voice. If you need a kind voice. That new class you picked is harder than you thought. You got a good deal on the new car you bought. Your family's not home and your friends are away. Your daughter just called, your grandson took his first steps today. Sometimes we just need someone to talk to. We know we all need someone who listens well. Call us now if you need a kind voice. When you want a kind voice. When you need a kind voice. When you want a kind voice. Call us now if you need a kind voice.
And that was Bruce's creative spin on what we do.
That's cool.
Now we're going to bring on one of the volunteers we actually got through Oprah Winfrey's site. Her name is Ruth. Ruth, welcome to the show.
Hello, welcome.
How you doing, Ruth?
I'm doing good today. I'm glad to talk to you, David.
Good deal. So why did you become a volunteer?
Well, I was looking for some way that I could volunteer, but I'm in a wheelchair, so there's not a lot I can do. But I was looking at my Oprah Winfrey newsletter in my email, and it said 6 ways you can help without leaving your couch. And there was an article about the kind voice. So I looked at the website, and I thought, this is great. I can reach out to people, and I'll be able to talk to them, and I don't have to worry about how I can invite them in or whatever. And it's worked out really well for me. I sign up every night from 7 till 10, and I get a couple calls, and I get to meet a few new friends.
Wow. Can I ask you a question, Ruth?
That's good.
Yes, I just wanted to ask what state you live in, because I want people to know that we're all not from the same area, that we're from all over, so, you get a diversity in all aspects.
Yes, I live in Kansas City, Kansas itself, but it's a suburb of Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay. Yeah, I just want people to know that we're from all over. I'm from Pennsylvania, so,
And I live in Georgia. Can you hear my southern accent coming through?
Just a tad bit. But I believe Kind Voice is welcome whether what accent it has. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. And a Kind Voice is about meeting what our next song singer calls New Kinds of Strangers. So I'm going to play New Kinds of Strangers by Jackie Sandra.
How's your day? Come take my arm, let's walk and sing away. I want to know your thoughts now, yes it's true. And that bluebird, he flew by now just for you. Step outside, you don't know who you'll meet. Of the street, join the crowd and sing in harmony. I won't let go, come link elbows with me. Know that I am there for you, to hear your voice, care to lend a hand. In this moment, we will work together and turn a new kind of stranger to a friend. I'll walk down that lonely road alone, for a place to call home. The path is long, we cannot see the end, but the journey's so much better with a friend. Come to my house and rest those weary bones. We'll drink and laugh, we'll both refill our souls. Cup of cheer you're drinking sure tastes sweet. I'm glad that your acquaintance sided me. Ooh, and you know that I am there for you, to hear your voice, care to lend a hand. In this moment, we'll work together to turn a new kind of stranger to a friend. Ooh, and you know that I am there for you, to hear your voice, to care to lend a hand. In this moment, we'll work together to turn a new kind of stranger to a friend.
Jackie Sanders singing A New Kind of Stranger. Excellent. Our next volunteer is Selena, and she's from Atlanta. Hey, Selena.
Hi, how are you? How's everyone?
All right, you?
Good, doing good tonight.
So, Selena, how long have you been volunteering with us for?
Just a short few weeks. Not very long.
How do you like it?
I've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. my job, I work from home, so I'm like totally in isolation part of the day, just me and my dog. So actually, this gives me a chance to speak to numerous people, speak to a lot of people, chit-chat, kind of get out of avoidance and isolation that I found myself gravitating to. And I'm a pretty sociable person, so I really do enjoy talking to people from all over. And I was amazed at how I found that I had a lot in common with many of the people that I talked to, because I've always thought that I was all by myself or no one got me, and so I just had that.
After all.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not alone after all. So it's been a great experience for me. I really enjoy it, and I'm so thankful for your program and for your idea, because it's made a profound impact on my life. So thank you very much for that.
That's great.
So you've been a wonderful addition to A Kind Voice.
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoy it. I have a great time. So, and different stories, talking to people all over, and then I learn as well, learn from other people, as Ruth was saying and everyone else was saying. So it's a great experience.
Yeah. Share with us a really funny story. You have a funny story that you got?
A funny story?
Yeah, something funny. Or lighthearted, something that brings joy or smile to someone's face.
A funny story. Oh gosh, I wasn't prepared for a funny story.
Well, share any type of story, you have.
Selena, you just visited New York for the first time. What do you think about that?
Oh, really?
I did for the very first time for work. Well, no, it wasn't for work. It was for a play with a friend, and I was there, and I used to travel a lot, so I went on points, so it wasn't like I totally wasted my money, but flew in, didn't get in till midnight, and we walked around all day. The show was Saturday night, and I flew back Sunday morning. So literally I was just there 24 hours, trying to see New York in 24 hours.
Can't happen.
No, you can't happen. So now I'm going to have to go back.
Yeah.
But you saw a lot of...
I did. I saw the Times Square area, rode by Central Park really quick, and Bryant Park, and, of course, we had to go to Macy's and just walk around.
Tiffany?
But the play was great, yeah. It was a ballroom. I don't know if you watched Dancing with the Stars, but there was there were two dancers there that perform on Dancing with the Stars during the regular season, and they were doing traditional Argentine tango.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yes, it was a great experience, and I loved the show. For 2 hours. They did an amazing job. I thought so. Yeah. So
that's great. Next time you're in New York, you got to experience the nightlife of Manhattan and go to some nice restaurants. The food is amazing in New York.
Exactly, and that's what we didn't get to do. We didn't have time. We didn't get to do that. So definitely I'll have to do that next time. Get out a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. I love Manhattan. It has so much culture. It's rich. Oh, I love it. Anyway, I guess we got... Go ahead,
Selena, can you stay with us?
Yes, I can, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to play our next song by Crystal Lester. Phil Lester with Kind Voices.
David, you know what? Every song, it is perfect because it really represents and gives a perfect outlook on what we do.
They all tell the story differently, but so beautifully, and they all
Yep.
all kind of fit together so nicely.
Mhm.
They really give you a picture that goes
really
beyond
does.
words.
Yes.
And we have a singer with us, Maria Ford. Welcome, Maria.
How are you doing,
Well,
Maria?
thank you.
I'm doing great. Thank you
That's
so
good.
much.
So what do you think of the song so far?
They're all beautiful. Very
Mhm.
touching. I'm enjoying listening to every single one of them. That's why I'm so glad that I'm talking to you through a kind voice today. Wanted to tell you all that I would like to share my passion for singing because it's a way I can communicate with people and help people through my voice like all of you do.
So you are a kind voice, too.
Well, thank you.
What's beautiful is all the kind voices coming together in different tones and different walks of life.
Yes.
That's right.
So how long have you been singing?
Well, all my life, which is quite a few years, and but I've not sang too much out until just recently, and I'm really enjoying it.
Wow. So you do
Yeah.
shows now?
Yes, I have. The past month, I've been doing a couple shows, and I've enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to do more. And like I said, I would love to help people through music, through singing, through any way through my voice.
Music tells a story, and this next lady, she tells a very simple story about kind voices coming together, but it really fits our program. It's by Kind Voices Coming Together by Helen Ford.
Hello. Thank you for calling. Kind voices coming together, voices singing as one. Voices coming together, sharing and caring as one. Voices, voices, we hear your voice. Call us, we hear your voice. Hello, how are you? Kind voices coming together, all butterflies are we. Voices, voices, we hear your voice. Call us, yes, call us, we hear your voice. So, what's up with you? Please call us to talk about anything. Like gardening, music, maybe sports, whatever comes to mind. We are here for you.
Wow. That was a nice song. I like that they're all different in some way, you know? So I think it'll reach, all the music will reach someone different, you know, and touch them in a different way.
All right, I'd like to welcome John Daly to the show.
Hey, how's everybody doing? And I'm going to say, I'm probably going to, Selena, I know the pressure of coming up with a good story. I went through all of that. So I was sitting there, and it's even sort of for me, like, this has been an incredibly challenging experience because I'm someone who's hearing impaired. And, you know, even talking on the phone it was actually something I did as a job for years, for a couple of years. I was working at a call center and then lost my hearing, and but recently where I actually just wanted to I have these moments, I don't know if anyone else experienced, I just have these moments where I just want to do something nice, you know, and it can be my fuel. my fuel. And I don't know if I actually can say, I'm coming from the experience of there was a time when I was really uncomfortable. I had an uncomfortable journey to make, and I was unsure about it, and somebody walked with me, and we just struck up a conversation about sports, about my home team. I think we were talking about the Eagles and the Phillies, and it just was like, it was so natural. It was just sort of like all of my stress went away, and I got lost in a conversation about something that felt like home. And I think anybody who like fights their way through a challenge, and anyone who has the patience to listen to a guy like me struggle to find words for something that that is difficult to understand because of the challenges I have, and it can be, I don't know, you, David, and so you guys sounded like, I would have thought you'd been doing this for years, because you guys were so natural together, and it's, just thank you guys for giving me the chance to do something that was honestly a little bit painful, but I'm noticing just the fact that you're all listening to me now, and that's a gift for me today.
We're enjoying listening to you, and very much.
John was the second person I ever spoke to about a kind voice, and I spoke to hundreds of people. And, speaking with John, it was such an honor to connect with another kind voice. I was thinking, you couldn't be the only one out there. But he was very much with me in the beginning when I was helping build it, and people were flaking a little bit. John was very solid and was always there. George?
When I started, I remember I was going to do, I had a whole show set up about the soda bottle, and you suggested that I reach out to John because he was so close, and that he really was passionate about doing this. And to me, it's an honor to meet him. I mean, he started with you. I mean, he's been from the start. So I have to say, John, how can I say, you're like the second, you know what I mean? He's like, he's there, that's a good position.
I don't know what you mean, but when you don't necessarily hear everything, I think life is easier when you just assume it's a good thing.
John, it's a very good thing.
Yeah. David, I have to say, I think all of us were saying how great it is, but I think it's a really great thing that you did, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that so many people have been touched and have been helped, and just a kind voice in that time of need, and we have to take our hat off to you as well for not only just having a dream, because everyone has dreams, but you made your dream a reality, and that is the point that I think all of us can say, yeah, he did it, and we're a part of it.
Well, I appreciate that. I feel sometimes like I'm a writer, and you guys are more authentic, kind voices. You all have beautiful voices and beautiful hearts. So it's a very big honor that this logical thing and beautiful thing I saw kind of attracted such wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's mic is on. Does anyone have any closing thoughts before we close out the show with a song by Katie McKay?
I just want to say that to everyone that's a kind voice, and to everyone that's a singer, that it's an honor to be working with you guys, and to be associated with everyone that is a kind voice. And I know every caller that comes in, that they're getting that kind voice, because I don't think anyone will volunteer unless it was in their heart to give back to people. And I just want to say, keep going strong and just keep believing and knowing that you're making a difference.
And we actually have one more guest who just called in, someone who you all know, our volunteer coordinator, Marianne. Hey,
how you doing, Marianne?
Hi, guys. Good to talk to you. I thought I'd let everybody else get a turn first. Well, this is a monumental step in a kind voice. It is a big step. David, you should be very proud. You're passionate about this, and it's one big step, and we have to remember Rome wasn't built in a day, but we're doing a good job.
It wasn't, but I appreciate you sticking with all the ups and downs. It's been great having you as a partner to help build this.
Oh, yes, it's been a privilege, believe me. When I really got interested in this in January, I really thought, it's just going to be coordinating. But to make a long story short, I feel that I've connected with so many people. The program gives you the opportunity to feel good.
I would say to Marianne and Selena that I've also enjoyed getting to know you, and that we as volunteers get to know each other as kind voices as well. And David has encouraged me to go ahead and call as a caller instead of just the recipient of calls as much as I wanted to. And being a recent widow, this has helped me a lot because I get lonely and I'm in need of a kind voice, and it's been a great benefit to me, and I think it's a wonderful program.
It is. It really is. I have made some very good friends through this that even aren't volunteers, but we've connected, and we've become, well, for lack of a better word, phone pals. And we've been there for each other. And, we all get down, and it's where a convoy steps in, and that's what it's all about.
We had this young lady who wanted to volunteer with us, and she just got overwhelmed she got a few calls in one day and got a little overwhelmed and said she couldn't do it. And Marianne reached back to her and just kept her involved as a caller and in the program. It made her feel good when she felt very bad, like she had failed, and just to keep that kind energy in her and give her a good feeling about her work with a kind voice.
Yeah, she was definitely a success story. I'm very proud of her, proud that we were there for her when she needed us. And hopefully it's made her a little bit more, strengthened her beliefs and her trust in people. So it's a two-way street, really. The caller calling in benefits and the volunteer benefits that talks with them. You don't see it that way at first, but boy, when you get involved in a conversation and talking with someone, then it all comes back to you and you go, that's what it's all about.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's a wonderful concept.
Excellent. And all of you have helped bring it to life. So it's like a seed, and we need all these good gardeners to help bring it to life. We're going to close the show with a song by Hayden and Kay, two young people who worked really hard on it. And we also did a wonderful video. George, do you have any closing remarks?
No, I just want to say I believe the first show was a success, and I think it was very well, and I think everyone should be proud of themselves, and I think everyone did an excellent job. That's all I have to say.
and what you'll find. No worries, my friend. Share what's on your mind. In genuine conversation, let good energy flow. Feel positive sensation. We're all in this life adventure, and all we need is kind voices coming together. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Sharing your ideas with a friendly voice, creating a love of life that won't end, bringing forth experience and what you know. Call today, my friend. Share what's on your mind. In genuine conversation, let good energy flow. Feel a positive sensation. We're all in this life adventure, and all we need is kind voices coming together. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Good energy flow. Feel a positive sensation. We're all in this life adventure, and all we need is kind voices coming together. Coming together.